right here. You gotta come out here, Frankie. How many of y'all know this man right here?
I know it.
I'm gonna tell you something before he tells the speech. Frankie knows the streets. He ain't a stranger to them. He knows what y'all young men are thinking, you young women are thinking. So guess what? He's one step ahead of you. Some of y'all don't have dad. Some of y'all don't have mom. I'm a mom. I'll be your mom. Jania's a mom. She'll be your mom. Now guess what? Frankie ain't no problem being a dad to nobody. He's smart. He's powerful. And if you ain't his Facebook friend, add him.
Better get it.
I'm telling you right now, this man posted something on Facebook last night that brought grown men. They say grown men don't cry. I guarantee there's people in this crowd that read his status. It brought tears to my eyes. And what he's about to share with y'all, you need your ears open. I'm talking to everybody in this crowd. It don't matter if you're 16, 6, 70, it don't matter. Y'all listen to what Frankie has to say.
How's everyone doing? Start by saying thanks for coming out and showing some support. We stand together. Our voice could possibly make a difference. I really want to start by giving thanks to the Lord for allowing the opportunity to shed a little light on what is a sore subject for many and is an ongoing subject for all those we love. I just want to send a message that violence will never solve anyone's problem, and in fact it will only escalate the problem that is already existing. Reflecting on some of my own problems, I never thought I'd be here standing to a crowd such as this, speaking on Stop the Violence, because I've never seen myself as one of those turn the other cheek kind of brothers, and for that I am truly sorry, because my past has shown me the errors in my ways, and through trial and error, mostly error, I've grown to understand that a person that is at war with himself will always be at war with everything around them, and I don't mean everyone, I mean everything. In understanding outward violence, it's important that you understand where it comes from, and it generally starts from within. And to cure any disease, you must first identify the sickness so that you can properly medicate it. And if your sickness is inner rage and you remain in denial that it even exists, it will wreak havoc on your mind state until it finds its own way out of your system, usually resulting in the form of some violent act against those around you, meaning those you love or those you claim to have a beef with. And at that stage of the rage game, it's usually out of control for the simple fact that it has now consumed you and is controlling your every movement, leaving you in the mind state that you don't care who gets hurt as long as someone gets hurt. And as we all know, my two nieces, Denisha and Sierra, along with countless others, have been the victims of someone else's rage, and I'm sure they never even intended for it to affect them in such a way. What is done, and we can't take back the past. However, we can reshape the future with forgiveness, love, compassion for another lost soul, but most of all, through understanding. And I don't mean understanding who was wrong or who was right. I mean by understanding that the change starts with you. If you're not afraid to go out and confront someone that you feel has wronged you by any means necessary, you shouldn't be afraid to go up and apologize and show the better hand to better the situation that could escalate, resulting in death. In my niece's situation, the loss of her lower limb. And to be honest, I'm just as guilty as anyone else out here, because I've entertained violent music, I've watched violent shows, I ran with the most violent of crowds to send the message that I'm not the one you want to mess with if push comes to shove. However, I also understand that that's part of my sickness, because I was raised by strong, beautiful women that always told me to fix my own self-image, and I wasn't taught that type of violence and aggression. I was taught it was better to have a little finesse than to settle for something that I'm not. We come from a long line of kings and queens, yet the only image we aspire to be is that which we see on TV, or to be the biggest, baddest, richest, fly, ball are out there, and to fight tooth and nail or destroy anyone that would try to take that from you. Truth is, there will always be someone bigger, badder, richer, flyer than you will ever be. But if you have a little finesse, you just may have them all rolled up into one. For instance, I may not be the biggest guy out there, but I'm big when I look out for the smallest. I may not be the baddest guy out there, but through self-defense, I guarantee you won't put your hands on me. I may not be the flyest guy out here, but my mom thinks I'm handsome. I may not be the richest kid out here, but I will work hard to get what I want, and that gives me a sense of accomplishment, which definitely helps me keep my dignity intact. Oftentimes, a lot of the youth, and even us grown men out here, will do things to be accepted by our peers, simply for a sense of belonging and to be a part of a crew or a part of a group. Well, the truth is that crew, that group that you entertain did not come out of the womb with you, and I guarantee you they will not fit in the coffin with you when that time comes. Bottom line of what I'm getting at here today is, where are you at in your own equation? If you choose to stand for something greater than yourself, if you choose to love yourself so that you may love others, if you choose to stop the violence and get back to being the king or queen you are, if you choose to stand with God and become a source of inspiration for those you love, and call your crew or your family, the question is, would they accept the new you? Or would you allow them to stop you from becoming the person you know you can be underneath the false image and the rage that you've generated through society? It all starts with you, and that's the message I want to send. Stop the violence and get back to the love. Never let anyone dictate you, and don't be an audience for violence.
Thank you, Frankie. Y'all give him one more hand, because that took a time.